It appears for much of the Midwest, snow is about to make its comeback, but will it stick around, and what problems could it cause, if any? Well, tonight we're taking a look at the new information, and we've got at least some answers for you. Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining us once again. Well, it's been very quiet across much of the Midwest for some time now over the fall weeks. Very little precipitation, very little problems with cold temperatures, pretty mild most of the time for this time of year. That's all about to change, at least for this weekend, as a new system moves in, not only bringing rain with it, but bringing a tight pressure gradient, which should wrap around more cold air and give a good portion of the upper Midwest a decent shot at some snow. So we're going to take a look at some of the models here for you now. We're going to start with the GFS. This is one of the longer range models that we have. It's just beginning to come into our mid-range models, but the one that we have so far is a little bit, we'll have to take a look at that here in a moment. But for now, let's take a look at the GFS. This is precipitation, and as we move into, this would be Friday morning, Thursday evening, we could see some light showers across Iowa, portions of Wisconsin as well. Those get out of here, and then the main show comes in on Saturday. This is as we push into the early morning hours. You see that large complex of snow developing, and see these white areas here. That's heavy snow, but this is going to be a very fast-moving system as it kind of pushes through the state of Iowa, portions of Illinois as well. So it's expected to be, if it does switch over to snow fast enough, it's expected to be an intense snow that could accumulate. Now, surface temperatures are still rather warm. However, if it falls over a short period of time, that can overcome that. And then, of course, grassy areas aren't nearly as warm as pavement, and we could see some accumulation there as well. Now, how much are we talking about here? Well, that's the other thing that we're taking a look at. Right now, the models are indicating that it could be somewhat significant. We'll take a look right here. As you see, if we just estimate this out, you see totals as high as almost 9 inches around the Highway 30 corridor of Iowa and a wide swath of 2 to 4 inches. Now, this is the GFS model. It does have a, let's say, tradition of kind of overdoing precipitation. So I don't think we're looking at extremely heavy snowfall like that, but a couple of inches, maybe a little bit more in isolated spots is certainly possible over the northern half of Iowa, far southwest Minnesota, pushing into northwest Illinois, and also into the Chicagoland area. So that could cause some problems. Now, because of the rate that this is going to fall and the wind that's coming with it, as well as the wet ground then freezing as temperatures crash through the day on Saturday, this could cause some travel problems for much of the Midwest as it pushes through. Of course, historically, the first snowfall or first winter travel conditions of the season tend to cause a lot of accidents. We could see that again, especially across much of Iowa, as this system quickly pushes through the area. But again, it does quickly push through, and once that clears out of here, we don't see a whole lot of snow for the rest of the period. In fact, we got to go quite a ways out into the very long range, so this will likely change before we see any kind of snow track further to the south. Again, this is pushing close to Thanksgiving. This is way too far out to take this more than a grain of salt, but still showing overall pretty quiet weather. Now, I mentioned that there's some of the models, as it's coming into our medium range models, one that we look at is the North American model, also known as the NAM. And if we take a look at this on the precipitation type, it's showing a little bit of a cutoff for parts of Iowa, especially northeast Iowa. We'll show you that here. As the precipitation comes through, there you see Thursday night into Friday. Here comes Saturday. And you see it has much of the snow taking a more northerly route Saturday afternoon and then pushing through Iowa into the evening and overnight hours with this kind of dry slot setup. I'm not sure if that's really something that we're going to see. That could just be an anomaly in the models. But that could affect snowfall totals if that were to come true. I'm not really buying that one at this time. The other thing is that it's not showing a whole lot of accumulation at all. And this might be slightly more believable. Just some less than an inch in spots in Iowa, maybe 1 to 2 inches in Minnesota. This might be underdoing it because it may not be taking into account just how strong the low gets as it's passing through the upper Midwest. And if that's the case, you get more cold air, you get a faster switch over to snow, and you could see these snow totals. So we have one model showing us 0 to 1 inches, or maybe 2 in Minnesota. We have another model showing 8 to 9 inches north of Des Moines. So for now, I think we're going to kind of go on the low end of that. I think widespread 1 to 3 inches is very possible, especially over northern Iowa and portions of southwest Minnesota, as well as northern Illinois as well. I don't think we're going to see cataclysmic snowfall. I don't think we're going to see complete bust like this. At least that's what it looks like right now. Now, in the next 36 hours, we should see the storm system begin to enter the shorter range models, and we're going to be looking for patterns and see if any of the models deviate from what they've been showing us. The GFS, the long range model, has been pretty consistent in the track and intensity of this snow squall coming through for a number of days now. So that adds a little bit of gravity to at least the track and timing that the GFS is showing, as opposed to the North American model, which is really just beginning to sample this time frame. So we're going to monitor it over the next 18 to 24 hours. We will bring you updates as the storm gets closer. And of course, we will also be planning to go live on Saturday as the snow begins falling. We'll, of course, bring you plenty of live conditions from area roadways and any other updates that come in, potentially any advisories that could be issued. But for now, it looks like a low impact event, but because it's the first one, we could see some problems. A lot of people traveling on a Saturday this time of year. Of course, Iowa Hawkeyes are playing Oregon Saturday afternoon. It's going to be cold, and it could be rainy and snowy as well. So if you're planning to go to that game, bundle up and then some. So we'll continue to monitor this and bring you updates throughout the day on Thursday and Friday. And until then, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thanks for watching.